Day two. Day two. While we up for Facebook and YouTube. Let's see. Instagram is up. YouTube is up. I see Korean Cream on Facebook. It's a dope photo. Go back. All right, and it's live on Facebook. Cool. So I can. All right, so stop the music real quick. So I got the MPC powered up yesterday on here for the first time, and had noticed the audio wasn't coming out of the MPC through the Apollo. So I figured I was gonna do two things today real quick. I was gonna jump on and test running the audio out of the headphone jack on the MPC into the Apollo to see if I can get live audio on here. That way, when I'm on Grayscale calls and stuff like that, I can play stuff directly out if I want to. Also, ordered some monitors, some studio monitors, some portable studio monitors, like 3 inches, to use while I'm on the road. That way, I can just play the music out, not have to worry about sound coming through here. And then also there was that screen that popped up on the beginning for registration. I wanted to walk through that registration and just record that and document that. And it's always been better. Well, it's been better for me to do that through streaming than through the disc using OBS, because yesterday the disc OBS crashed on me on the disc recording, but it kept the streaming going. The YouTube stream kept going and the Instagram stream kept going. Facebook stream died for some reason, but it's Facebook, so whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and just power this bad boy on and see if I can go through this first registration thing, and if I can get audio out, and then I'm out to start playing, man. Good sign that I was eager to turn this thing on again as soon as I woke up this morning. It's the first thing I started thinking of when I woke up. I had to force myself to slow down, go brush my teeth, wash my face, and make some coffee and all that. Of course, feed the doggy dog. I'm gonna go take him out to go play and all that. But let's power up real quick. All right, second time powering this bad boy on. And what I want to do is, if that prompt comes up again, I want to get the prompt comes up again. I want to get it. I just got to tap it, my bad. There we go. Please connect to the internet. Let's go. Yes. Check for the latest software. So it says, please connect your MPC to the internet to check for the latest software update. MPC software updates add new features and stability improvements. Access Wi-Fi network settings in the MPC preferences page. Let's go. So if I hit let's go. Ah, man, I'm so tempted. Well, we're going to test the audio first, then we can go do the activation, since this is what we're doing. Yesterday, I loaded this hip-hop joint up and played with the sounds a little bit after I got off, too. Played around, just threw a little sequence together just to see, a little two-bar loop, just to kind of see how it felt, man. It felt real good. But I want to see if the audio comes through here. So part of this thing blasts out of here. I'm going to try and keep the volume down first to see if it comes through the follow. Okay, I hear it in the headphones. Let's see, I gotta probably turn up. Okay, I gotta turn up the volume. Ew, that sounds horrible, whatever they got going on here. Let's see their sequence. This is their sequence, really? I'm not impressed at all. Beat the lead. Let's look. That's their sequence. We got a 32-bar sequence in here by default. That's a good sign the way they did the sequence too, because I got to the point where I started doing this instead of doing separate individual sequences, trying to put it all on one sequence instead of switching from one sequence to another in song mode. It was easier. It ended up being easier when it came time to export stems. Trying to export stems in song mode. If you have one instrument, like if you have a piano on track 2 in sequence 1, and then that same piano on track 3 in sequence 2, when you have something else on track 2, your export is all types of poopy. So let's just see what's going on here. It's not playing all the instruments, it looks like. Well, you know what's going on probably? I'm using yeah, you can't hear all the instruments. There's Uh-oh, hold on, let me not do this. I'm using it's a good test, actually. I'm using the cable. This, I'll show you the cable that I'm using because it ain't working, obviously, which means that part's done, is cooked. I'm gonna just keep doing what I was doing and use this through the computer for right now. But I had this little 1/8 inch cable that I was using with an adapter. I was going into input 2 on the Apollo, and apparently it just isn't cutting it. So when the real cables and the monitors come on Friday, so I'll be able to rock with them there. But for right now, let's just go ahead and get to the preferences so I can get out of here, get off of this thing, and go do what I want to do with this. So we go to preferences, and we want to. Do I really want this connecting directly to Wi-Fi? I don't want to show the. All right. Let's just see activations. Connect to a network to access your account. All right. Maybe I don't want my account stuff showing here, so I'm gonna cover the screen for a second here. Get in here. Where's the Wi-Fi here? Come on, baby. All right. Connect to Wi-Fi. All right. Oh, and this wasn't on firmware version 215 apparently. So you need to go ahead and just update the firmware on this bad boy. Let's go ahead and do that first. Yeah, shut down. Update the firmware. All right, cool. So I get to do a firmware update live. That's kind of cool. I didn't expect to do that, but I really want to document as much of this process as possible. So this is a plus. While that's updating, I want to install this, update the software. What else I do? I gotta sign in and log into it. And I think what I will do, I think I'll switch from the screen when I have to do that. But yeah, maybe I should look around while it's updating. It's almost done. Well, it's almost done with the downloading portion. Let's see, it's 8:23. It probably started at 8:22. So let's see how many minutes it takes for this firmware update to take place. It's updating now. Went from downloading to updating. And I'm over here looking at over to the left, and I can just look right here on the screen. But I hope everybody's doing well this morning, man. I'm really excited. I'm super excited about the fact that I'm eager to do this again. Eager to make beats. I'm excited about playing with the machine again. That feeling was gone for a while, and I think it's just because I was pouring a lot of energy into a whole lot of other creative mediums, man. I was, video, photography, supporting the wife through what she's doing. The Grace goals taking a lot of energy, to be honest. Planning, coordination, logistics, trying to design merch, figuring out merch partners, just trying to figure out the business end of things as well as the community end, which comes before the business and more important than the business, to be honest, because there's no business without the community. I spent a lot, and then also working on getting these rhyme skills together for the first time finally. All right, MC's done. MPC's done. Booting back up after the firmware update. Let's hit next. Of course, connect to internet to check for updates. Yep, let's go. I'm gonna tell it to stop doing that eventually. It says new plugin instruments are available. You must first download, install their content files. Open preferences and select activations tab. You can download content files for each plugin from there. Okay. I'm gonna say remind me later. I'll come back to that. Let's just see. All right, so this page automatically is gonna try and get me to choose a kit or something to load. I just want to see if I can just go straight home. So where's a button that'll get me straight to home? I think there's a button. I think I heard there's a button to get you straight to home now on the new joint. Let's see. Favorites, presets, tracks, XFX, main. All right, there's a main button right here in the middle. It's the only button highlighted in black. That makes sense. But I have to dismiss the demo page. So how do you dismiss the demo page? Can I escape? There's no escape, is there? There's a global button. That's the tap tempo button. That's not it. So I'm not sure how to dismiss it. So screw it. Let's just hit empty project. All right, and we don't want to load any instruments. So can I go to the main? All right, now I go to main. So if I hit empty project and go to main, I don't have to worry about loading anything up. Save that memory space for the session. All right, preferences, activations. Now that the Wi-Fi is on, you see we get a different screen. Now we get the option to log in. So let's hit log in. I wonder if this thing, since it has my registration already in the website, which I can show you here on the desktop share on the computer. This is only on Facebook and YouTube. It's not going to show on IG. In here, you can see I registered the MPC last week, or maybe it's the week before, whenever. I registered it recently, so it's already registered in here. See the registration details and see the different plugins you get. There's this software that you get in Music Software Center, which I think I need to install. I downloaded it last week. I need to just install that, I believe. And it says waiting for a response from the activation authorization server on the actual MPC. It tells me to go to this web page. Let's just go ahead and do this. And it's telling me right now I need to get my other phone real quick. Hold on. You know what? I'll just type it in instead of using the phone. So the website is http:// we got 3 T's. / device.akaipro.com. device.akaipro.com. And then put in the code. Hopefully nobody beats me to it. MKLD RZTZ. Submit. All right. Yes, the cop would like to access my music profile. Yes, the app would like to know your music profile ID. You successfully signed in. Now close the window. All right, so signed in. And boom. Okay. Now it shows all the plugins. That's kind of cool. Fabric, I heard, was crazy. MPC stem separation is already there. That's what I like. That's the first thing I want to play with, to be honest. All the rest of the trials, I'm not tripping off the trials right now. But I've just listening to Fabric, I'm pretty sure that's going to be one I'm going to have to grab. And then for content download drive, looks like it wants me to connect the drive. Maybe I'll get a SD card for that for right now. But right now, Subfactory, the Air plugins are already here. Air vocal distortion sounds cool, but all the Air plugins look like they may already be on there. Air expander looks like it needs to be downloaded, so I might get that one, but I'm not gonna just start downloading stuff because I know this has, I think, 2 gigs, maybe it's 2 terabytes of storage. I need to figure out how much storage it has, but it's not a whole lot of storage, I believe. And I've been trying to decide whether I'm gonna do SD card or external hard drive. My external hard drive is connected to the Mac right now, and I don't feel like just disabling it, but a whole bunch of Air plugins here, which is cool. Air Chorus is one I possibly use, depending on what's going on with the Chorus plugin that's in here. And this Air multiband filter bank. I've been seeing people throw up some reviews on this the other day, and that looked interesting. I actually want to check that out, but not until I get the stem separator going. So I'll look at some of these others and get familiar with some of these others before I get any trials or download anything else on here. But it looks like everything on here is already cool. Subfactory, that's probably going to be nice for sub bass. Studio string, stage piano, OPX4, don't know what that is yet. Organ, don't know what that is, but Fabric's probably going to be there. And if I just hit refresh, what happens? We're just going to look at what I have in here. All right, let's go to main mode and just see on plugins what plugins we have available. So plugin named Hype. Can I guess I just scroll through the different ones. All right, so there's one called Baseline, Electric Hype, Mellotron, Odyssey, Seleno, Tube Synth, and MPC drum plugins. How do I expand that? So touch on it to expand it. Drum, synth, clap, crash, hi-hat, kick, perk, blah, 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 blah. All right. And then I don't see any of the others. So let's go by manufacturer. I don't see Air. Oh, there we go. Air. Oh, those plugins that were shown were all Air plugins. Interesting. Way Out Where's another one. Air Music Technology. What's all with all the drum ones as well. All right, let's see. See what happens with the keyboard. Key group. That's a key group. So key groups you need to add sounds to, I believe. What is this? This is clips. Don't know what that is. That's MIDI. CV. I don't even understand what CV is yet. So interesting here. I guess the others are effect plugins that I was seeing most of the others. So let's I need to plug in these headphones to it so I can hear it real quick. Okay. It's a real synthy synth. Let's see if we can get our baseline. Let's just go to that. Double click. All right, so we've got sounds coming through that. I wonder. Do I want to do that? I'm not right now. Well, maybe let's see why the sound wasn't coming through here. If I get the software open real quick, since I'm already on it now, I got sounds in here, and I want to unload. Well, hold on. Let's install this software first and see what happens. In Music Software Center. And then all the essential sound libraries, I think I have most of these. Yeah, I already downloaded all these last week. And software center. So let's just go look at this drive quick. Audio, music, nope, sounds, sound libraries, Akai. Actually, the one I'm looking for is under Where's Software Center. Akai, MPC, app. That's MPC 3.0. That's the beta. And that's really OS. Let's rename it to OS firmware. Or whatever I do later. So in Music Software Center, let's get you installed real quick. Come on, baby. Open. Go to the applications folder. Cool. And we're going to allow it to update or delete other applications. Cool. Hopefully only with. All right, so we're going to quit and reopen the app first. Cool. It's got its permissions so it can update the different plugins and stuff. Create an account. Do I need to create one? I already have one. I already got one, right? So let's see if it'll just let me log in. Continue. Signed in. Syncing product data. All right, cool. Now it's talking to the MPC. I wish I could have this plugged into Instagram right now, but I don't feel like setting it all up right now. It'll probably take too long. Let me see if I can do it. It says connection MPC. I'm connected though. Oh, maybe I need to put it in controller mode. Let's put this bad boy in controller mode. That's the battery button. Go back home. MPC. Don't save that. And all right, controller mode. Let's see if it clicks. I want to watch this. And so back and forth right now. I want to go set up Instagram so you can see the screen through Instagram, but I'm scared I'm gonna turn away and something's gonna happen. Let's just try. Maybe it's waiting for me to hit next. So let's just see if I can hook it up real quick through OBS. I'm just gonna duplicate this scene inside of OBS. Vertical scene with desktop. And for the vertical scene with desktop, we will add a desktop share. Let's see, it is I go to screen capture, desktop. Got to shrink it down real quick. We're just gonna put this over top of the what you call it, over top of the 360 cam. Actually, we just put it over me. How about that? I need to see me like that. Seen enough of me this morning. Check out me. Now the iPhone 13 joint. Let's try and get you a little bit more centered. Let's get you to fill up the center. Cool. All right, so you can see the browser window in there, desktop and all that. Let's lock everything. They're all locked. If we go back and forth, cool, it's me in this. I think I like that better anyway. Cool. Right, so go back to the software. MPC is connected. Let's hit next. Okay, it says the driver's installed and the desktop software both installed. So I guess it's doing a check on those two. Cool. Now, sound packs. It's got recommended sound packs, and they're all checked. I will rock with it for right now. The Central Instruments, yeah. The Vault, yeah. Demos and templates. I don't know if I really want demo. Well, we'll take it for now. We cannot install them, right? Raw cuts, brand new, outstanding hip hop sounds. All right, cool, yeah, whatever. Performance projects. Unlock keyboards, the preset performances are built for live on stage or studio play. I'm not a performer, don't want to be. MPC Key 61 drum kits. Yeah, I take the drums. Always take drums. CR2 electronic expansion. We're still in the world of electronic dance music with AP64 electronic expansion. I don't like doing a whole bunch of synths like that anyway. Sometimes I'll use them to accentuate a beat, or I used to in the ASR. We'll see if I go there. I have a feeling that other keyboard though, that other plugin is the one I'm going to want for that. Sonic Boom collection of cutting edge drum kits covering 3 decades of music genres. I rock with that anytime. Drum, always drums, essential instruments, deep low end bass, synth leads, slush pads, and more. Yeah, more information. Let's see what happens when we got more information. Over 4 gigs of content. It delivers everything from low end bass, lush atmospheric pads, and protections. Yeah. All right. It's not really giving me much, but we're just going to install it and see. The Vault is samples and instruments from Capson, Loop Masters, cool, whatever. Hit next. And then claim a free plugin. Log in on your MPC Key 37, claim a free plugin instrument effect to make sure it's on the latest one. Cool. I already did all that. So done. All right. Get iLock code. I already have it on my iLock software. And settings, help improve software usage data. Yeah, I don't do that, so we're definitely gonna turn that off, right? Let's go check this out. This will allow me to open MPC software, right? Yeah. Hardware, key 37, run setup. I don't need to do that. PC live, yes, I don't have that anymore. It was gone and the touch is gone too. Gave the touch away, sold the live. Expansion, okay, there we go. It's downloading all these right now. So cool. While those are downloading, subscriptions. Now switch aside, Kai Pro, Air Music Tech. all software, MPC beats, don't need that. Valve MPC to get the iLock code. I will do that another time. Notifications from the software. Usually I don't like notifications from software, but since this is new, I'm going to check that out. All right, this has a whole bunch of different plugin instruments that aren't listed there that are interesting. There it goes. That's Fabric right there. That's the one I was talking about, the keyboard that I'm thinking I'm going to want to get. I wonder if this is picking up off my iLock too. Mini Grand too. That's interesting. I wonder if my other plugins too, like the beat I loaded up last night had some instruments that weren't loading up in the MPC, but I know I installed them on the laptop last week on that Grayskull call. Velvet. Okay, there's an update for Velvet. I do have Velvet installed, so I don't think I have any beats that have used it though, but I'll update it. All right, and what I want to figure out with this is if these are just installing on here on the desktop or if they're installing on the MPC as well. I guess we'll find out at the end of that, on the end of this process here. Okay, and here they've downloaded all of these. I wonder where it's storing them to. I'd rather have it store them elsewhere, but let's see if we can go through all the options before we do anything. Free software, MPC beats. That's probably a scaled down version of the MPC software. Cool. BFD player, don't know what that is. And BFD player core library, don't know what that is. So I'll research those before I touch any of those. Complementary plugin, I'll hold off on that. Splice, I'm not doing Splice after looking at some of their business practices. There's a video I posted, I put a link to on Patreon this week talking about that. After hearing that story, like, yeah, it's not worth it. And I've heard a lot of producers talk about having sample issues in the also, and it may not be a problem at all. It may just be a matter of getting your ducks in a row and following the steps. But I know right now I don't need anything extra. I'm on this 50% air hype. No, I don't need that. AIP, air instrument. Is that what it is? Air instruments and effects for 150. 40 products. Just gear, classic instruments, effects. Okay, all that. Don't know if I'm going to need any of that yet. Save half off on the MPC expansions. Show you a sound like some love some classics like 90s Dark Parallax and more. Check the next. Don't know, not spending money I don't know I need to be spending. And then 1 month free of Splice, not really tripping off of that. Oh, those were all for the MPC. Live anyway. For the Key 37, it's just this 3-month of Splice. And then there's support. Cool. This is definitely better than the older Akai support page, the old Akai support system. But there's something. There it goes. This is where I get to my settings. Let's see. Installed ready, not installed, update available. Got the most recent version of that. There was something I was looking for here. So there was a setting. I want to look at where it's installed and see if that's something I can control within the software. Not sure that's possible. Here, there we go, settings. So click on the logo, hit settings, and the downloads folder. Okay, cool. Let's go into my downloads folder. I'm going to change that. Afterwards, there. Enable analytics. Turn that off. Anytime you get software, turn that off because you don't want your software reporting back to the company that made it. Unless you are looking to do some troubleshooting, then maybe you can turn it on temporarily when directed to by support, but then turn it back off. But hey, I don't want my computer talking to anybody else's anything without me knowing. All right, so all these joints were downloaded, but looks like they're not installed. So let's hit install. Essential instruments, install, let's hit allow, continue. Hopefully none of these will require a reboot in between. And now we're just installing software. Yep, install. Says software, writing files. All right, Essential Instruments is installing. Again, I hope this is installing to the actual MPC as well. We'll see. While that's installing, I do have a question that I want to get answered. So, MPC Key 37 storage. I want to know how much storage it has built in. 32 gigs of internal storage. So, that's cool. I don't know why they didn't just throw a terabyte drive in this thing, though. They're so cheap now. It's only embedded system with support, so 2 gigs of RAM and internal storage 32 gigs. That's cool. A base display. How much storage is there? How big is the internal hard drive? Yeah, 32 gigs. You can use onboard USB port and SD card slot to add more samples with private extra storage. So to be a USB code, I'll probably do SD card actually. I have to look at what's faster between USB and that. Let's see if I can add that. Yes, USB port for connecting thumb drives. Now, USB virtual hard drives sizes supported, but recommend formatting is exFAT, FAT32, and TFS. And I think touch strip, that's for the key 61, not the 37, right? All right. Okay, I guess I'll get to activate plugins from on the MPC too. Can open my current projects, yes. All right, let me just look at this. Faster. What's faster? Compact flash or USB? In general, on a USB drive, USB 3 is typically faster than the compact flash card. Under the data transfer rates on flash cards, often the space interface the user connect, which may not be as fast as dedicated USB port. Okay. 10 gigabits per second on USB-C and USB 3.1. I wonder how fast this port is. Let's see. USB-C flashes faster than USB. Of course they are. USB faster than micro SD. Flash drives, SD cards. USB drives are easy to use, faster data transfer speeds. Okay, so USB. I probably use a USB drive with the thing. Let's go back and see where we are with that installer. All right, installation was successful. And we're not gonna move anything to trash right now. I'm gonna keep those installers. I'm gonna move into my external hard drive. But that one is done. I believe. Oh, okay. So they'll go to installed, and there goes Essential Instruments under installed. Install ready. Let's do the drum kits now. Demos and templates. I think we're gonna skip that. I don't know. Yeah, I should have skipped that on the download too. But let's go with this drum kits. Allow. This is for the people who, like me, don't get a chance to see this part of the process. I was looking at a bunch of MPC videos the other day, and a lot of them show some getting started, but it was after they had already done a lot of these steps. So I don't know if anybody else benefits from this, but I'd like to see kind of what decisions some people make during the install process. I'm tired. I watched that Jamie Foxx thing last night. That was hilarious. And some points. It was touching at some points too. They definitely got some saltwater activation. Especially even talking about his kids, his daughter and his sister, man. That was real touching for me, man. A lot of us don't have people like that in our corners that'll just go as hard as they did, man. They really went hard for the brother, man. I'm happy for him, man. Real happy for him. I'm happy for them. All right, cool. So next one. Keep that Sonic Boom. And any of these that I do not feel I'm going to make it a priority to uninstall just to save space, hard drive space, not memory, hard drive space. Memory is what gets erased when you turn the machine on and off. Storage space or hard disk space is something different. It's what still stays there when you turn it back on. You can go access the files that you've saved or the files you've installed or the files that run the actual operating system. So, for my background as a tech geek. These installs are going pretty fast. That's cool. Keep the vault. I wonder if it's going to allow me to install the bank. I'm not even going to try because the bank was something that I use sparingly. And if I need to access old sessions, I'll just do them here from the laptop. Install. Hope the software center is a stable and useful app in the long run because this has been pretty convenient being able to see what's installed, what's not. I know back in the past I had to go looking for the individual installers and install them and looking through the software. Like I wasn't really familiar. I'm really serious about taking a master class or something so I can get really solid with this machine and really learn how to use it. Before I've always fumbled my way through it and made some things I love, but I wonder what would happen if I really know what I'm doing and I know some shortcuts. Sorry if that coffee drinking is a little loud. It says about 2 more minutes on that. Do I have any more questions in the meantime? Let's look at the tips and tricks, see what they say. An FAQ and a troubleshooting guide. I'm not going to worry about troubleshooting right now. There's a manual for Software Center. Okay, that's a video. I'm not going to do that right now. User guide. I think I have that, right? I don't know. Just open it up and see. See, that install was done. Okay. Keep. Demos and templates. This is the one I'm not sure I really care about. Yeah. The templates, so I'm curious about template sessions, but I'll probably just create my own eventually. But let's see, any of these to say update available, no updates available. Let's go to the MPC itself and see what happens now. Because I got all these that say they're installed now. CR2 electronic inspection, we chose not to. That was whatever. All right, let's switch over to this bad boy and see. Setup, it's already installed. Oh, the firmware update, we don't need that yet. Network MIDI driver, don't need that yet because I'm not doing either one of those. MPC2 is installed, demos and templates, don't matter. Performance projects, no. CR2, okay, cool. I like the way that they show up here under my hardware where you can just see everything all in one place and do the installs as opposed to having to go through the different expansions and all that. Subscriptions. I wonder if, I don't know what Sound Switch and Air Music, I know Air Music Tech is, but let's just see what happens if we do that. Does it just go to the website? I guess it just goes to the website. And I'm already signed in, so blah, blah. There's no help. So FAQs, we can look at those later. Let's just go back to the MPC, check it out. Let's switch up back over here. Let's get back into standalone mode. Oh, I want to see one other thing before here. Hold on. I want to see if the MPC shows up as a drive. It does not show up as a drive under locations. I was hoping it was going to show up as a drive so that you could transfer files back and forth. Let's cancel this first. Let's see if it shows up as a drive and you open the software first, because I think that might be when you see it show up as a drive. It's in standalone now. Opening the software. Audio device setup has changed. Let's Thunderbolt universal audio. Yes, is where I want it to use. Input the black hole. Yeah. Um. Yeah, we'll leave it at all that. MIDI sync inside. Let's go to activations in here. See what it looks like. All right, inside of here, activations inside the software. Looks. I think it looks like it looked on the screen in there. So cool. Let's rescan for all plugins. Let's scan new plugins. Sure it gets all of them in there. And I wonder why use audio units as a checkbox. I need to look that up, see if that's maybe a stabilization thing. But there's a whole bunch of plugins because you got the Apollo and the MPC, so this might take a minute. But on the screen of the MPC, while the software is doing this thing, on the screen on the MPC right now, you can see that it says new plugin instruments are available. You must download and install their content files, open preferences, and select activations. You can download content files for each plugin from there. So cool. Remind me later. Let's go. Preferences, activations. It's like they're all there now. Are the ones that I just installed there though? I don't see. See all the everything is gonna be there. Flex, okay. I don't see necessarily what I'm expecting to see. I was expecting to see some of the actual tell install. Right, there's a demo default project tempo. 120 is really not a default tempo for me, but what it is. Default sequence bars 2, yeah, that's a default for me. Autosave, yes. Big fan of autosave. Auto load file, that will be interesting. That might be one I want to check out. And then a template also that has maybe template drums. And just for getting started and getting busy immediately. My past program effects, audio tail, audio export track, step, general, vintage mode. I saw somebody the other day saying that going through these different vintage modes and using them doesn't really do a thing for you. I think I used to have it on SP1200 mode and on the old MPC. We'll see if that makes a difference. SP12, since it had those little sticky drums from back in the day. I always wondered if that made a difference. I'm not much of an audiophile, so I'm not sure. Warp algorithm. I want to understand what warping is this time around too. So that's one of the reasons I'm taking I'm going to take this master's class. Good thing collect usage statistics is off. Desktop screensaver disabled with hardware use. Yeah. Legal, but I don't see some of these new joints in here for activation. So that's going to be interesting seeing what happens if I hit refresh. What happens? Refresh. Doesn't look like it shows anything different. There's height, Mellotron, and all those. It has like these little download buttons on them next to some of these. Expander. I wonder what that means. I've got some questions to answer. I'll figure these things out. I think I'm getting ready to shut down and get off of here, though. I think I've got the audio question answered. I can't send audio out through that headphone jack with the cables I have, so I gotta wait for new cables to arrive. Actually, shit, one of them I ordered probably still isn't gonna cut the mustard. Yeah, I think I gotta do something different with the cable. And I think as far as activations go, these all look the same. Type. Oh, they say they're activated, but why do they not? Why do they have this little download icon next to them? Oh, there's a downloading button. Let's stop that. No. All right, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to see what happens. Now I hit the download on the hype. We'll see what looks different on that one, and we'll compare that to the others. So I'll do that one, and then we'll see what happens from there. So I hit download on hype from the computer, and it's showing it's downloading on the MPC and on the computer. I don't know if you can see it on both, but there it is on the computer. And now it says extracting on the computer, and it says extracting on the MPC. That's cool. It says it on both screens. And then it just shows up as with a check mark now on both. Let's hit that refresh button again. Shouldn't change anything. It doesn't change anything. So let's just go over there and see what happens when we hit hype. Main mode, plugins, plugin. We can double click to see the list of plugins. There's hype. Oh, there's the bank too. That's the one I was looking for the other day, right? So that must be included in the MPC Essential plugins. That means if I try to open while you're here, I should see it now. 2%, I remember that. The noise, I remember that being in there. Electric bassline. So there's definitely some more plugins here than before. There's one. I wonder if hype was showing up here before. You know what we can do? We can probably take one more and do a test. Let's go to the software. Oh, I'm scrolling through it on the MPC. Fix that on the screen. Let's close this. I came out. I went back to main mode and hit the plugin button, and then double clicked on plugin right here. And I was able to see the plugins, and it looks like hype is there now. I don't believe hype was there before, but now we see baseline electric hype. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plugins under MPC plugins. Let's go install one more and just see what happens. Or activate one more, I guess, if we're using their terminology. But the activations, next one, Mellotron, Selena, Odyssey. What do we want to? Which one do we want to do? Nothing that says trial right now. Air expander. That's an effect. That's not a plugin necessarily. So not the air joints. Flex beat player. Sounds interesting because it has the word beat in it. It's also a trial. Air chorus. That's an effect that I probably play with at some point. That vintage filter sounds interesting because just the word vintage is attractive to me. Might be a honeypot. Let's go with Mellotron. That sounds interesting. That sounds like it's right up my alley. So let's go back to main mode while it's installing. Switch the desktop. We can see what's happening inside the desktop software with that install while I'm doing this. Settings, activations. It says Mellotron is activated here, but it looks like it popped the screen back up over here because it wasn't done. So now we hit the main screen and we get plugins. Yep, there goes Mellotron. So doing that, now there's 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it installs these different plugins here. And I'm going to at least sample each one of these plugins. So let's go ahead and let's see if we go to menu, preferences. Let's get Selena and Odyssey as well. Looks like we only do one at a time. We got Selena and Odyssey both on there. We'll see what each one of those is as we go. The air multi-tap delay. You know what? Screw it. Let's get them there. I don't know why they're not there, but just gonna go ahead and take any of them that are free. We're gonna go ahead and just install them since we're here. Chorus. Everything that's a trial, screw that. But everything that's free, we're just gonna slap it on here. Hopefully it's easy to uninstall if I want to save some space, but I can't wait to stem separation. I wonder if I have a sample I can play with right now. Let's pull a sample. Let's pull up a sample. Let's go to breaks. See, I don't want to do that. Well, it's not going to play through there. I'll wait till I get the audio working to play with stems, because it's not gonna make a difference if the audio is not coming through here. But you know what? Actually, let me see some. We'll play some Gray Skull. We own that. We own that. Spirit Rituals by Nada Kensho with and Emma Jackson's Q and Wonder Down on there.
I mean, I don't even know what to do.
Let's get it to come up inside of. Yeah.
I mean, I don't
Interesting.
I
got no audio. Says it's playing through
my
Apollo.
move swing, move ring, two different phases, right? Two different rhymes, two different headspaces, two places, rest at the desert oasis. On the case,
so I wonder if it's playing out there.
At your service. You nervous? I put on like a showcase, my flow pace, right above the bass, like a staircase. Step out of place, erase the spot like a backspace. Been around, hometown, Jersey, the birthplace, straight lace, don't chase, it takes two. Rob bass, creature, a habit, embrace, same time.
Peace, y'all. I don't know if you stay there, but peace. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, brother.
Write my punchlines in a bold face.
Got some things to say. Besides, peace to she, if you were there. Still, it looks like you had a bounce. Here's the kid. Peace. If you still there, peace. We had to really socialize right now, but I'm good to see anybody tapping in. Just see what up, man. I appreciate all of y'all, man. I'm not even, you know what? I'm tripping. I'm still plugged in with MPC. With the headphones. So I'm not here now. Sorry about that. Socialize right now.
Pen and pencil, uphold my credentials. Another Kensho, set the tempo.
Okay, the audio's working. Okay. So let's see something real quick. So I'm not here now. Sorry about that. Let's see it. There's a little delay coming through, so I'm gonna try and check this out. I'm gonna wait for Okay, the audio's working. Okay. Wait for So let's see something real quick. Wait for Spirit Rituals to stop playing so I can get just my voice, and then I'm gonna play with this again. There's a little delay coming through, so I'm gonna try and check this out. I'm gonna wait for Okay, the audio's working. Okay. Wait for So let's see something. You know what? I probably got audio playing on Facebook. Wait for Spirit Rituals to stop playing so I can get just my voice, and then I'm gonna play with this again. There's a little delay coming through, so I'm gonna try and check this out. I'm gonna wait for Nope, no audio there. The audio's working. Okay. Wait for This is funny. You know what? I probably got audio crazy on my voice. There we go. Okay. Alright, so just know. Just play a couple notes on here just to see if the audio plays this time. Nope, no audio there. Wait for This is funny. You know what? I probably got audio crazy on my voice. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just know. Yeah. All right. So let's see if I can play a couple notes on here just to see a piece of a beat this time. Nope, no audio there. Ooh, fly paper. Let's see if that'll play. Loading a project. Boom. So, yeah, okay. Loading fly paper up real quick. All right, so let's see if I can play and plug in the noise. That's cool, because I don't think I used any plugins for fly paper. Did I? I think that's all chops. Fly paper. Let's see if maybe it is. Nope, it looks like I do. Loading a project. Boom. So, okay. Loading fly paper. Song mode. All right, so let's see if I can play and plug in the noise. That's cool, because I don't think I used any plugins for fly paper. Did I? I think that's all chops. Maybe it is. Nope, it looks like I do. All right, that at least gets a start. All right, so let's see if I can play and plug in the noise. I'm waiting for the delay on Instagram just to see if I can hear it. So, all chops. Okay. Yeah, it is working. So I can mute that now. I don't have to hear the delay on that. But it also means the original fly paper's right there, right? 77 bars with the intro. Let's see if I get the volume up on this thing. All right, turn the volume up. I can hear it. All right, cool. So if that worked, I wonder. Now I'm just interested in seeing what other sequences were on here. No, that night I made fly paper look like there's about 15 sequences that night. I used to love some of these. Oh, it's not getting everything. Looks like there was something's weird happening here. That is not the sequence, I'll tell you that. So why were you not playing all? It must be missing some chop kit 5. I wonder if that's installed. But the chop is stopping early. That's not how it's supposed to go. So that's cheese. So some of these aren't loading up properly. There's something wrong with some of these. Let's see. See your AO3. If I just solo that, what happens? Why is happening? Oh, that is not happiness. So yeah, it looks like the upgrade to the new version of MPC is going to require some chicanery to get some of these old sessions to work. That was one reason I was scared to upload it, because to upgrade it, because I got a few old sessions I still need to dump for this HHSU project. But nope, it's not even doing that right. Shit, it's like it scrambled the samples or something. Nope. What the hell did you do? Oh well, I'm not worried about that either. That'll come later. That's not even a session. That doesn't have any of the instrumentals I need right here. I wonder if it's gonna do the same to while you're here, since I uploaded that with. I rebuilt this session damn near. I had to load all the waves in separately. Then I had to go pull the sequences one by one. And I had to save the session, in between every step. I had to go install the different plugins. Yeah, I just wonder what's gonna happen there. It's loading will replace everything in memory. Yes, this loaded. This one is missing some bass sounds still, so I got to figure out what happened with those. But this is one I tried to get last night. So the bank and hybrid still failed to load. That is interesting, because I saw the bank over here in the MPC software, didn't I? Let's check this out. Well, fuck it. You know what? Let's just install the bank and see what happens. Where's Kai? MPC. Actually, let's look at audio, sound, MPC, sound libraries, Kai. The bank. There's the bank. Downloaded that last week, so let's give it a shot. I need to close the software, so let's get out of. What we can do is let's get out of controller mode. First, let's close the software. And get out of controller mode, into standalone mode. And let's see what happens if we can install the bank. Now let's also look at that stuff that in Music Brand software installed. Those downloads. Let's open that in a new window. In Music, it downloaded all these packages. Let's just cut this folder if we can. Let's go to Akai and Music. Let's move item here. And let's go inside of the app and change the location where you want to do all this magic. Stream Pro, audio, sounds, Sound Labs, Akai, and music is right there. That's where I want you doing your thing for now. And hopefully everything will look cool still. Close the software and we'll see at some point. But the bank is up. Let's look at the installation guide. All right. Cool, looks pretty simple. We'll try this. See if we can get rid of that error message. No. Okay. Go away. Go away. Quit Acrobat. Just trying to install. It's a 2013 installer, so this is gonna be interesting, man. I hope it's all right, man. Agree. Install for all users. Install. Tell you, man, with what's going on in the world right now too, I'm about to disable all this biometric stuff. It's probably too late, but anything, you know, Face ID and all that, I'm turning all that stuff, fingerprint ID, turning all that stuff off this next year, man, because these big money companies, big money makers are not gonna. They seem to be rolling over for the incoming administration, and they seem to be kowtowing and all that. And I can see the incoming administration just wanting to request whatever they want and get it. But you know, that's tinfoil tingles. The bank has a utility. It's just an uninstall utility. I'm gonna wait till that finishes installing, then I'm gonna eject the DMG file. What was the other one? It was hybrid was the other one, right? So might as well get ready with hybrid as well. And this OWC doc stuff, I'm gonna put in my wares folder too. Something else I was working with. Wares. This is OWC. I'm completely redoing my whole setup here. I saw some 8 terabyte drives the other day too. I think I have to upgrade to one of those as well, since I'm doing this 360 video stuff. Got some dope 360 video from Art Basel the other day. Not Art Basel, is where's the place we went to? It's called Context Miami. While we're waiting for that to load up, maybe I'll pop up in Insta360 Studio. That's the software you use to edit the 360 video. If you don't have, or if you don't use Premiere, I actually use CapCut as my primary video editor now, but Final Cut is supposed to also have 360 video editing capabilities. I just haven't figured out how to do that yet. But I have a feeling I know what to do. I just have to try it. But there's the Context Miami. Ooh, it's missing a bunch of my projects. I had a few other projects in here, but there was something in here that was really cool. I want to see if I can find that real quick. The Einstein project was cool. Is the
beetle up into a ball? That's crazy.
Look at that.
And it all looks so clean too.
Roll that beetle up into a straight up ball. That's crazy there. And then the beetle I was just talking about, this rolled up into a ball. That's the beetle rolled up into a ball. That was crazy. Some of the other, there was something else in here that was interesting. I haven't finished editing, setting my keyframes and everything to edit a lot of this, but there was something else that was really cool. Oh, this is crazy. This looks like Infinite World right there. That was real cool. I gotta wait to do the rest of the edit on that one. But there was something else with this movement-based stuff that I wanted to show. Installer, still installing. Just gonna have to hold on. Can I get this? Let's get this MPC out of You get this MPC. MPC was, I'm going to finally say don't show this again for the Connect for checking for updates. And new plugin instruments are available. Remind me later. I want to see that one more time. Let's open up an empty project. Go to the menu. See what happens with the bank. I don't see the bank showing up here. It's just all done. We shall see. Let's see if, well, while we're waiting on that. This is the one that has that bass missing. Close this. Man, I wonder if I played the bass inside the studio. I wonder if that's why you don't hear the bass in here, because that's a little frustrating. That looks like the bass right there. Intro hook. Let's go look at that sequence. Intro hook. Yeah, I think that was the bass. The bass distros. Is that it? No, it's not it. Where's the bass one right there? That's the bass. Why are you not playing? I know Finestra wanted me to do a thing showing the different bass patches on here. Man, that day I was on it, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm very, very happy with what happened that day. I remember I made the beat. Just uncomfortable with the bass. Oh, there's the bass. Is this? Oh, but the bass instruments are missing. Is that what's happening? The bass is muted. Maybe it's just muted for this because it's the intro. Hook with bass. Let's go to that. The bass. This is the bass that is supposed to be there. And there was a plugin apparently. Damn it. Dynamics. What was the plugin that I was using for it? I'm gonna have to find out. Oh. Let's see if I can look that up online. That might be a problem. And maybe not. I maybe just have to be open to the beat being a little different. Bass dynamics. Where does that come in? It's a dynamic audio bass sample packs. I wonder if that's. I got it. Shit. I'm not happy about that if I gotta restart that. Oh well. All right, well, bass is definitely gonna be something I gotta figure out for that song. Why is it still installing? Is this waiting for input from me somewhere? I don't see any dialogues waiting on me. Let's see. I feel like it's waiting on me for something. It says less than a minute. It's been saying that for a minute. Waiting for me to give it some sort of response. Let's just minimize everything. Quit Zoom. Quit that. What else? really care if that's up. It could be getting in the way of something. So let's just minimize you. Let's minimize all windows. Can I minimize all at once? Nope. Okay, there we go. I know that's just the autosave, which is just kind of making me annoyed at the moment because it's not going to be playing or showing that one instrument. I did this on a Mac like 3 Macs ago. So finding out what that instrument was, it's just going to be a pain. The talks. Hybrid clouds. Oh, bass dash. No, that's not going to do it either. I wonder if there's a plugin called Dynamics. Bank is showing a conflict. Interesting. If that, I wonder if that's because I've opened the software while this is installing. Let's just close. Don't save. In order to just minimize everything. Let's go to Chrome. Window. Can I minimize all of them? Just gonna have to try it, I guess. Minimize. 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 Don't care that that's the OWC window. I have to just try and kick off this install for the bank again later. Hope that's not the case. Utility, maybe I'll have to try the installer. Minimize that. Let's minimize OBS, minimize text, Brave, minimize all the preview windows, and minimize my notes. Software update from us. Oh, not right now. Yeah, this is not a good sign, man. Let's put the MPC in standalone and see if that makes a difference. Moving drives, it's not showing as a drive. So I think we're cool there. Let's eject the MPC. I think we got a screwy install here. New plugin information. Instruments are installed. Remind me later. Multi-project. Menu. Preferences. Yeah, this isn't fun to do live, but I'd rather do it and have it to refer back to or have it available for somebody else going through the headaches. Wave expander. It's not installed. Multi-tap delay is not either. Vintage filter is not. Chorus is not. I thought I hit install for all those, but whatever. All right. I also moved. So I was doing some things I shouldn't have done probably. Like moving that folder during the install. Probably not good. And some bullshit. So let's just see if we can kill this installer. I'm probably gonna have to do something drastic, which I probably don't want to do. I'm probably gonna have to reboot and just let this thing be destabilized for a minute. The trust things. I know better than to be doing a whole bunch of changes while software's installing, but on Macs, they're usually really resilient. It's usually not a problem on a Mac. Let's just see if I can hit a quit on this bad boy. Installer is busy. That's bull caca. Boom, 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 boom. show you something while I'm looking around. Okay, let's see. I'm looking at what shows up on the sounds. All these that look like they're the ones I just downloaded. Key groups, factory expansions. Let's see. MPC demos and templates and factory content. Nothing's in there. At least. The drum charts, factory expansions. Let's see, factory content, clip, factory extensions. It's all in there. This is interesting. MPC factory content is here. It's like a bunch of kits. But I don't think the bank would be in here. That's the one I'm installing and struggling with right now. I'll do a desktop share for one. YouTube and Facebook, you'll see the install is just stuck there saying install time remaining less than a minute. That's again probably my fault. Champagne Daddy Kit, that's funny. That's probably something that has sounds that are typical in certain Drake music. What happens if I go to settings? Sound settings, instruments, loading instrument, open as editor. Instruments kind of preset. Cool, not doing anything there. Let's get out of there. Back to plugin. Almighty. Staccato swirl layer. It's like these are all just different synth sounds. Yeah, okay. Switch them that way. Preview each of these, I guess. Nope. Interesting. Edit instruments. Okay. Program plugin 001. I mean, okay, I loaded it, but the audio from it. The Apollo is not sending audio again. Interestingly enough. MPC doesn't look like it's sending it because I don't see anything coming up in the Apollo. This must be because, oh, that's right, because I'm in standalone mode. So if I go back to controller mode, probably hear that. Let's see. Don't save. So if I go to controller mode, does it automatically open in the MPC software? All right, so weird stuff going on, obviously. Let's open up the software. See if how badly I screwed the pooch on this. Software is loading. New plugin instruments. Let's first download and sub the content files, the activation site. Cool. Let's go to edit. Used to be edit preferences, right? To get to settings. Now, plugin manager. So you can check that. I guess I got to go to the MPC menu, hit settings, rebuild media browser, database. That's an interesting version of plugin manager. All right, so there we can see all the plugins in here. See if the bank shows up. There's the bank right there, 131. It says it's okay. And then if I hit bad plugins, react to 6. Okay, so here's some. I wonder if we just need to do some of these are old ones that were on the old computer, I believe, that are showing up because FL Studio, I never installed that on this computer, but I converted this computer from FL Studio. So maybe that's what it is. Some of these came from other software, and I just need to see if I can install some of these. Loom is another one that I might want to check. Loom might also, maybe that has that base. I was looking for a reactor. I don't remember where that came from. That was an MPC, one of that single session drums. Failed. That's, I think, an MPC related one. Riser was an MPC plugin. And then there's all these UAD joints that, like, a version of them failed, a version of them worked. Oh, make sure that, yeah, I'm doing a desktop share. See, I know Instagram only gives you an hour to go live too, so I'll probably just kill this. I believe Instagram kills you after an hour. Let's get the window up and take a peek. Instagram says the live is still going. Marco, so I don't know if you're still there, but peace. Moog. There's a whole bunch of failed UAD plugins I'm curious about, but we'll see. I think I'm gonna rescan the plugins. That expand too as well, and that one, not happy if that's not working. So expand, Velvet. So I'm gonna just go install all the plugins I know I have. Oh, there's the rescan button right here. Loom did not scan successfully. So Loom and Hybrid, I think, were two I wanted to check because they gave me weird messages loading up. Probably not going to be able to install anything until this crashes out. I hope it doesn't destabilize the Mac, y'all. I really hope it doesn't destabilize the Mac. Being hard-headed, sometimes you got to pay. This is, I don't need to keep 2 copies of this, right? Do anything right. Okay. It's all MPC live shit, right? Stuff about my French. All that later. Audio, sound libraries. Okay. $809. Bank is what I was installing. I'm also seeing if I could see. Okay. There's expand 231. Just installed that the other day, so expand should be there. I wonder if it's not compatible with this. I wonder if I have to reinstall some of these. Let's look at this in music software, see what happens. Now that I changed the folder for it. All right, so I see the bank doesn't show up here, so I was trying to check. Essential 808. Is this only for beats? You know, we're gonna download that too. Be something valuable. I don't see the bank on here, which is interesting. So install. It's probably not gonna let me install because the other installer is running, right? It's gonna give me that message. Hear that sound? That's what mozzarella sounds like. I'm gonna just crash this bank installer, y'all. There's no reason it should be taking this long, and it's probably gonna be. So can I cancel this? I can't even cancel the new one. I'm tripping. All right. Let's see. Quit installer. Probably Oh, let's look at the log. 9:16. That's early stuff. So it looked like it was installing and removing the software. Adding a client where it got gummed up. These errors. Let's show all errors and progress. Let's show all logs from this morning. Actually, I don't want to do all that because who knows what these logs, if these logs are, I don't know if these logs are protecting as much, but it looks like there's some things in here to watch for. 9:15, that's 9:35. This looks like where it started to get weird. Got the free space, adding client, removing client. So it looks like it might have been trying to install the other version of the bank and installing this over top of the other one, and that might be where it got hung up. So hopefully we can just use the uninstaller and reinstall. Crash out installer now. Whatever. I'm gonna force quit it. So if you ever need to get something that's stuck installing on your Mac, you can two-finger click on the bar to get the menu come up and then hold the option button and you get the force quit option. Just hit force quit. It's gonna be interesting seeing if it lets me do force quit with the installer though. Yep, it did. All right, cool. So this time I'm gonna close the MPC software altogether and install the bank. Set the MPC into standalone mode. All right. I'll be later. Let's turn the MPC off all the way. Shut down. All right, now let's try this bank install again now. The bank. Continue. Agree. Install for all users. It's an old version of software, so the fact that it is having problems may be something I have to address by using a virtual machine and running older version of the MPC software in the virtual machine and not connecting that to the MPC. So we'll see. This is waiting for other installations to complete. Shit. That's a bad sign. That probably means I need to wait for a reboot. Crap. All right, let's just kill the installer. We are gonna reboot this whole Mac. So I may re-kick off the live and finish troubleshooting this just so it's not a just so it's I don't leave folks hanging in case somebody else has been through something like this. We're gonna solve this morning. So give me a minute, I'm gonna kill the lives, reboot the Mac, and start from scratch. I'm gonna install this Essential 808 first before I do that though. Agree. Let's see if this, yeah, and this is actually a good thing. Let's see if this finishes installing. Let's see if the bank, nope, still waiting for other installations to complete as well. So no matter what, nothing else can install right now too. And I wonder if I look in activity monitor. I'm not a Mac expert, so I don't recommend anybody take my advice and try and do anything I'm about to do here. I'm about to look and see if there's an installer process and see if I can kill that first. Install monitor. It's an install monitor, install coordinator, installer. Each of these Yeah, I don't want to kill any one of these processes manually because I don't know which one does what kicks off what. But we're just gonna try to reboot, go from there. So kill the live